Hey, this is Teddy, and you are listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast, episode number 391. Tonight we're talking about 2023's Meg 2, The Trench, directed by Mr. Ben Wheatley. I'm Todd. We have Steve. We are Joeless. He's on vacation, playing with himself, probably building sandcastles, or I don't even know what he's doing.
Probably. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
Sandcastles, you think?
Yeah, sandcastles, all sorts of nonsense. So,
Water
yeah.
balloon fights with himself.
Nope, exactly.
What other stuff do you do on vacation as a almost 40-year-old guy? Basically just sit around and eat, right?
Yeah, I guess so. There's not a ton to do. I mean, he's like at a lake house, so
Mm-hmm.
I
Eden Lake, I
mean,
heard.
yeah, exactly. So maybe swimming, dealing some naughty kids, like
Yeah.
who knows,
Driving his car through the woods.
right? Breaking into people's houses,
Right.
like
Killing a dog.
oh God, yeah,
Being like 3 feet from some kid's dick and not saying anything. It's, the usual.
right. As long as he stays away from the bunnies, I think we'll be safe.
The bunnies.
Yeah, but we're
Oh, the
not.
bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
I guess
Yeah,
that's a soft subject because I won't bring it up again, but
yeah. I just want to give a shout out at the top of the episode here to our most popular member of the Horror Squad,
oh,
Jim Cummings.
oh,
Apparently, according to AI, I was
so
like
random.
bored one night, and I just decided to look like our podcast up in AI to see what would happen, and I asked who the hosts of our show was, and it listed the three of us, but Jim Cummings as like this uber amazing co-host that we have. It's like I have no idea where it's pulling that from, but
Top build co-host too.
top build and like
Jesus.
there's a whole like thing behind it. It's I don't know, it's so weird. Yeah, it's so weird.
Conspiracy, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it was
I don't get it.
me neither. But
Yeah,
shout out to Jim apparently.
yeah, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, keeping our podcast afloat.
Yeah. Anything going on with you in particular? Any horror related stuff? Any
Not really. It's no,
movie
just
related shit? Anything like that?
so I just took a week off. I'm having way too much trouble doing it like an hour or two, at
Hmm.
night or on the weekend. So I'm just really busy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere really this year. So fuck it. I took an entire week off in a few weeks, and I'm just gonna do the whole thing that week. Like it'll be
Nice.
fully movie day to night, and
Right.
that'll be it. I could bang it out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did do a few shots here and there, but nothing significant. It's too difficult to do.
It's hard, man.
It's a setup, and it's like
Yeah.
so I'm doing it on my own too. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait. It's gonna be such a fun week. So many things planned, and
Hmm.
yeah, it'll be a good time.
Now, is this before or after we meet for the
Like
the
right
film
at
the
like the
wraparound?
day after we come back.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Cool. Yeah, well, yeah, movie wise, we're filming in 2 weeks.
hmm
Wraparound, and you just heard Steve talk about his, and Joe's working on his stuff, and then distributor I think's locked in, honestly, for Tubi, so I think they've got that figured out.
nice.
Um, been researching DVD production, which is way more expensive than I thought, and then I don't know, going from there. But anyway, Steve,
Yes.
what have you been watching?
Yeah, a few things, so
Okay.
always preparing for these episodes. The first one, very on point, is so it's actually Shark Week starting right after this episode releases. It starts the Sunday, like 2 days after this episode releases. So I watched two shark movies, and since Joe isn't here, we're doing a third one. That's not a shark film, but it is what it is. So the first one is actually in preparation for this movie. I rewatched 2018's The Meg, which I hadn't seen. Probably maybe since I saw it in theaters. Honestly, I don't. Maybe I rewatched it one more other time, but it's been a while. So The Meg is the story of Jason Statham being the same character he is in every fucking movie, and in this one, he's like, you see this a lot. He's like retired from diving because he had an incident, and some people they go deep into the ocean and they get trapped, and it's his ex-girlfriend, so they call Jason Statham back to the office because he's the best one in the world and they got to do it with him. So
Oi, find someone else. I'm not doing it.
it's like literally every fucking movie he
Oi,
does. I
That's a
think
fucking megalodon.
I think I joked on the other podcast that I do that I watched like one where he's a construction worker, then there's one where he's a beekeeper. Just every year they just give him a new job and it's the same fucking story, where he's like retired from being
Reluctant hero.
right. Anyway, so he goes down there and while he's saving the people, he opens a rift which brings a megalodon out from this like place called the Trench, which we find out in part two. And the megalodon starts attacking their base and attacking their submarine and attacking them anywhere they go. There's basically the fucking shark from Jaws 4. So yeah, I mean it's like the popcorn version of a shark movie. It's like over the top. It's really ridiculous. The shark is like massive. It does a lot of comedy. I will say, having seen both of them kind of back to back, that this one leans more towards horror than the second one does. Like, there's some actually genuinely pretty freaky scenes in the first one, and I didn't remember it hitting so hard. Like, I was actually really impressed at how cool the horror things are. Like, there's more gore, more kills, and everything like that. And I enjoyed it more than I thought. Honestly, I thought it would be kind of dumb, but I kind of like the shark subgenre of horror, so I enjoyed it quite a bit. The only thing I'll complain about is that it's like they dispatch the shark, they celebrate, oh no, the shark's not dead, so they do it again, and then oh no, it was another shark, and there's like five fucking endings to this goddamn film where they think the shark's dead and it isn't. It's like this whole thing. So anyway, that's kind of a shitty thing, but the Meg 2018, 3.5 stars out of me. I watched it on Blu-ray, so I'm not sure what service it's on, but I'm sure it's on some kind of
It's on
service.
something probably.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. I'm retired. All right. Shark adjacent, but not quite, but known as the Jaws ripoff. This is Orca from 1977. Watched it on Blu-ray via Umbrella's Blu-ray, which is really cool release. Yeah, I haven't seen this one since I was a kid, so I only remembered one scene of the baby whale getting like washed off the deck. But anyway, a group of fishermen, somewhere in the world, whatever. And they're like, "Hey, dude, if we fucking capture an orca, we can sell it to like an aquarium and get a bunch of bucks." And the research girl that they're kind of like into each other, she's like, "You're not gonna fucking do that because you're gonna hurt it." He's like, "No, I'm not gonna hurt it. I promise I'm not gonna hurt it." Dude, he hurts it, man. Not only does he hurt it, but he captures one that is like in actively giving birth, gives birth on the deck. He freaks out. He gets a water cannon, shoots the baby off the deck, and then the mom dies. And the dad, meanwhile, is in the water, and he's like, "I'm fucking pissed, dude." Mind you, this is an orca, and he's like, I'm getting my revenge, dude." So he like stalks this boat back to like their port. He hits it. He kills a couple of fishermen, and then he just goes around the fucking islands, like this secluded island. He's like, "I'm not letting anyone off this island because I want my revenge, dude." And this, mind you, this is a whale still. And he's in the water. Like he manages to blow up a gas station that's inland because he hits like a pipe that bursts something and a big explosion. He takes out like houses that are on the water. He takes out other fishermen as a point. And then like literally at one point, like the main fisherman is on the pier and he has a gun, right? He's like, "I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy." And he goes out to the pier and then the orca's like in the water. He's like, "Fucking do it, dude." And he's like floating there and they're like make eye contact and they do like close-ups of their eyes and he's like, "I can't do it. He's a hunter. I'm gonna go meet him on his own turf." So the honorable thing I guess he does is he goes out to the water and he's like, "Fuck it, we're gonna duke it out with this whale and we're gonna call it a day." Um, to call this a Jaws ripoff is a very big disservice to this film. It's completely different. The whale is 100% justified in its revenge tour, and I root for the whale the entire time. I hated the fishermen. I mean, they're abusive to the animal. One, two, they kill the baby, and three, he's kind of a pussy because he's trying to hide behind like, "Well, I didn't mean to do it," and he's like, "That guy needs to chill out." The whale, by the way. The only thing I don't like is that there's a scientist on land that is kind of in a budding relationship with the main fisherman, and it makes zero sense for them to like each other because she's actually like a nice person and he's a piece of shit. And still, through all this, like the mutilation of the mother whale, the killing the baby whale, and then the hunting trip of the main male whale, she kind of like goes along with the ride and like sides with the humans, which I didn't buy in her character because she's a scientist in support of these creatures. So other than that, though, I thought it was really cool. The orca was very vengeful, and it was nice seeing the humans just get their comeuppance. And that's Orca from 77. And like I said, watched it via Blu-ray, but let's see if it's streaming anywhere. It is currently on Shudder, if you have Shudder. So check it out.
So I always wanted to watch that one. I should
It's
really
cool.
check it
Yeah,
out.
you like it.
All right, I'm gonna save the best for last. So I'm gonna skip the shark one for now, and I'm gonna go to my non-shark one for the week, and that is 1980s Funeral Home, aka Cries in the Night. It apparently changed name 2 years after it was released for some reason. So this is basically like a Psycho ripoff, I guess you could say. It's this girl. She goes to live with her grandmother at a what used to be a funeral home because the funeral director was her grandfather, but he passed away or disappeared. They're not sure. So it's kind of been abandoned and now turned into a bed and breakfast. So she goes with her grandmother to kind of help her run this bed and breakfast. So she goes to the town, and like any of these like 1980 stories, she meets the local boy and they start like dating and stuff. And she comes to find out that people are starting to disappear that come to this bed and breakfast. Like there's this kind of shithole couple that goes there and they're drunks and everything like that. And the grandmother doesn't like them. And sure enough, they just poof disappear. You just see them like they get basically knocked off a cliff in their car and stuff and drowned. But no one knows who did it. You don't see who the killer is. And then people start getting wise to it, so they start investigating the house, and the mysterious killer goes after them as well, leading to a quote unquote twist ending, I guess you could say. But I don't know. It was kind of dumb. I don't want to give it away, but I didn't love where they went with the end of it. So this one's more of a suspense than horror. They really kind of banking on the fact that you don't know who the killer is and try to figure out who it is. So the kills aren't that good. There really isn't any gore or anything scary other than just like suggested someone being creepy in the house. But my biggest issue with it, and this is a minor spoiler, so skip ahead if you won't care about this movie from 1980, and it's something that Todd talked about in Scream 4 or 5, one of the two, well, 5, I think, where the killer, there's no fucking way this killer who ends up being the killer can manhandle all these like really fit young dudes so easily. It's just like so unrealistic. It's like every time you see the killer go after these guys, there's just no problem at all. They just like bash their heads in without any issue at all. And there's no way this person would have been able to do that. So probably a hint for who the killer is if you watch the movie. So yeah, I give it 2 out of 5 stars. I don't know. It was cool because it's 1980s. It's cool because it's a funeral home. But outside of that, I didn't love it. So that's Funeral Home, aka Cries in the Night, which I watch over on Tubi.
So the killer's probably like an 80-year-old grandma or something.
Or a little girl, one of the two.
Or a little, whoa, or a child.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is 2019's The Curse of La Llorona. And this is a Hispanic themed legend about she's a girl, she's hot, and she has a couple kids, and then the husband's like, "No, I'm not, I'm done. I'm done, lady." And he goes and cheats on her. She gets so mad that she drowns her children in a local river in Mexico. And then that's the legend that if you hear the weeping woman, she's pissed and she wants her kids to die and yada yada yada. Um, so I don't have any like big issues with this movie. I think it's effective, it's shot well, the acting's fine. The problem is that like it doesn't bring anything special, right? I feel like it's like a paint by the numbers, very predictable um ghost film, right? Like you know beat by beat what's gonna happen. Like, okay, so there's an example where she's a social worker, the main girl, and she goes to a house that this Mexican lady has her kids locked up, and she's like, "No, please don't release them. She'll get them." Okay, so naturally they release them because it looks like it's child endangerment when she's really trying to protect them from the ghost. But either way, those kids pass away, and we're like, okay, cool. That mom's definitely coming back at some point to explain what's going on. And then we see a guy, Tuco from freaking Breaking Bad. We're like, oh, that guy's like, oh, one of the priests is like, oh, that's like an ex-priest. He doesn't like the church the way it is. I'm like, oh, that guy's definitely helping out later, which he does. And it's just like if they just watched a couple movies and they took, okay, we need to have this story beat, and this story beat, and we'll put them from A, B, and C, and then we have our movie, which is fine. The movie is fine, but like I said, it doesn't do anything special, and it's not particularly scary either, right? There wasn't a moment where And even in the newer Conjuring ones that aren't as strong, there's still some points where like you get the hair on your arm standing up because you see something scary or whatever. And this film like kind of really failed at doing that, which sucks because um, the villain itself is really interesting, right? Seeing like a Hispanic Mexican legend come to life and trying to kill people and having a different perspective other than just normal people that we see in most films. It was really cool. I love the premise. Location's fine. It's just like I said, nothing special. So I gave it a 3 out of 5. I had the Blu-ray. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but definitely one of the weaker in like this era of the Conjuring universe. It's definitely one of the weaker ones. So Curse of La Llorona, 3 out of 5. That is currently streaming over on demand. Damn, it's a 1.9 on Letterboxd. That's insane. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's such a scary like lore that to not make the movie scary is like,
Yeah,
wow,
the
we
Weeping Woman, dude. Come on.
yeah. Actually, the best like non-IP house I've ever been to at Halloween Horror Nights was La Llorona. They did it so fucking well. Like they did it way better than the movie did. So yeah, big bummer there. My final one this week is Todd. I finally fucking did it. I took one for the team
Uh-oh.
on this one.
Uh-oh.
After years of talking about it, and it's time to put a little bow on this storyline thread that we've been doing on this podcast. I finally watched the Todd and Steve backed project, Shark Exorcist 2 on
Executive
Holy
producers,
Waters.
baby.
Yeah, so we're both producers on this movie. So full disclosure, that might play into my score. It might not. You'll see at the end. So Shark Exorcist 2. Oh my God. Okay, so it's basically this like nun who conjures up a shark with red eyes and to kill people that she feels are unholy. And you have a priest who tries to stop it by just waving his cross around and basically like stopping the shark from killing people because he doesn't want those people to die. That's the gist of the story. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. They try to do all this other stuff, but there's just not much more to it than that. This movie is something. It fucking absolutely something. It starts off well enough. It's like this woman with her kid, and they go, to a lake, and then the shark like chops her head off. They're all CGI, unfortunately. Like, there's nothing practical in this fucking film, it seems. But this one, and I love micro budget films, you all know that. But this hits all of my like pet peeves about micro budget films and things that even I'm super like conscious about when I'm gonna make my movie. So a few things that, and they're all Todd's gripes basically. Number one, the nun, it's so obvious that her costume just came out of a fucking like Halloween bag. It still has the creases, because it's been folded up into that plastic shitty thing that they bought at a Spirit Halloween or a Party City or something. So you could see the creases on the costumes, and that drives me nuts in any movie because like it's the least you can do is like try to age it a bit to make it look like it's been used and stuff like that. So that's a big one for me. I just hate that. There's a scene between two characters. Well, it's actually one girl and talking to like a girl and a guy. It is so clearly not filmed A at the same time and B in the same location. It's just like you can tell she's at like a totally different fucking lake than the other woman. It is so bad. It's like maybe his way to get around that he doesn't have enough actors in one city that he tries to put dialogue between two people who aren't even in the same city, but God damn it, it looks bad. And I really hated it. Visible crew. Like there's one point where a car pulls up and you can see him like in the shot, like in the reflection of the car, just filming and stuff, which always drives me nuts. And just like a bunch of like little things. And my biggest pet peeve is unnecessarily long scenes to drag out the pad time. Like, oh my God, there are some scenes that go on for fucking ever, and there's no point to it whatsoever in the film. If anyone knows Jessica Flux, she kind of does a lot of these low budget films. There's a scene where she tries to con a guy into bringing her to this specific lake that she wants to go to, and she tries all these different methods to get him to do it without sleeping with him. Uh, it like lasts half an hour, or at least it felt that way. It was so fucking boring. There's nothing that happens. There's no shark things that happen during that scene. Just things like that just bothers shit out of me. So yeah, after watching this movie, I gave it a half star, which is the lowest I can give it on Letterboxd. So clearly, my producer credit did not help this movie whatsoever. It's bad. Like honestly, right now it's only VOD. You can't stream it anywhere, and I honestly wouldn't recommend you spend the $3 on this. But if you want to, support indie horror films and you're curious based off that stellar review I just gave it, go right ahead. And I'm curious, maybe you'll like it more than I did. But for me, this is a miss.
It's strange because he's been doing movies for like 30, 40 years. He's definitely an older gentleman. Steve, I have a question though, but I remember in the first one, there's some questionable camera work where he records and then you hear him breathing, heavy
Yeah.
breathing. Did that improve in this one?
A little bit.
Okay, good, a little bit.
It's not, I wouldn't say that it doesn't happen, but in the first one,
So weird.
it happens a lot. And I think the reason, and this is kind of sad to say, in this one, there really isn't any like nudity. There's Jessica Flux where she wears like a bikini where you could kind of see her nipples like through the bikini. But in the first one, they had more like girls in bikinis, and
Yeah.
it was those scenes that he would breathe hard on. So because there are less of them in this film, it's like he wasn't breathing as hard for that. Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
even know how
bad.
you would get, I don't even know how you would accomplish the heavy breathing because your boom mic
It's facing the other way.
generally doesn't get behind you. And uh, even my, I don't know. I'm not gonna shit on it, but
No, I mean, like,
yeah,
and I put this in my letterbox review. Even if I give it a half star, I always respect anyone who made a
mm,
film because I know how fucking hard it is,
yeah,
and I respect them for that. It's just the movie wasn't for me. It
yeah,
was bad. It was really bad.
yeah. I don't know. That's a strange one because, like I said, he has a lot of his. Maybe he's just cranking them out just to get a profit.
Well,
I really
that's
don't know.
like, so do you know who the Polonia brothers are?
Well, yeah, no.
So they make a lot of the low budget shark movies.
Okay.
And I swear they just film these over weekends just to have like a humongous fucking credit to them. Like I
Mm,
guess they make a certain small profit off each Tubi click, and they just like pump out these fucking movies. Doll Shark and Sharkenstein and Shark whatever. It's almost all Polonium movies if you look on Tubi. And yeah, maybe it's just like a thing where he just wants to pump out,
stuff.
here's a cool poster. I'll make some shitty film attached to it, and people will watch it.
So where do you think the budget goes to? Just Jessica Flux probably because she gets naked and everything.
Well, she doesn't, but so
Oh,
maybe he got a discount this time. I don't know. Maybe the CGI. He does put in CGI sharks and CGI blood and CGI headless people and stuff like that.
was it equivalent to the first one where it's just like,
Oh yeah, yeah. The CGI
okay,
hasn't improved since the
all
first
right,
one.
well, that's
Yeah. So
I'd rather see a really bad fucking
me
animatronic
too.
in a pool.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm like. The mantra for my own like
Right.
short story is I'd rather have a really shitty looking killer with fake blood
Hmm.
than someone who puts no, who does it CGI.
Yeah.
It just looks bad. Like, it reminds me. There's a movie I watched in the movie club not too long ago where it was all like that. It was like all like fake blood kills and really dumb, but I appreciated the effort, And there was a ton of them in the movie, so yeah,
Yeah. A bad, like you said, a bad practical effect will always be better than a bad CGI effect every time.
every time,
So if you're
absolutely every
a
time.
budding filmmaker, splash some fake blood on somebody. Don't, because it's so easy to do the fake blood in post now. It used to be impossible 20 years ago, at least for me it was. But like now it's literally just I go to my filter or I go to my overlay, I drag it over to the scene, I put it where I want it, done. So I can see why they do it because it's so fucking easy, but it's so awful to do, man. But either way. So a couple episodes ago, oh, Devil's Rejects episode, I said I was going to watch Three from Hell, give it another shot because it's been 4 or 5 years since I watched 2019's version of Three from Hell. Hated it then. I think I gave it a 1 star, and this rewatch definitely improved. It's not a 1 star film, far from it. But I still stand by what I said then, and it's if you can't get Sid Haig because he's ill and he can't perform or whatever it is, like then just let the series go, man. Captain Spaulding is by far and away the best character and the most favorite character to most people that watch these films, man. Sid Haig is amazing. And this isn't any shot to Sherry Moon or Bill Moseley or anybody like that, but Captain Spaulding is corpses, right? And he's, obviously a huge part in Rejects. And then Three from Hell, Sid Haig was ill at the time, and he got basically a cameo, and then he passed away shortly afterwards, right? So just don't do the film. And I have no idea why Rob had the urge to do this. It was buttoned up perfectly at the end of Rejects that we talked about. Them going out in a hell of bullets to Freebird is an awesome scene, right? But no, it completely wiped away. Just like similar with Halloween H2O and Resurrection. Halloween H2O, awesome scene where Michael Myers gets beheaded. He's reaching out to Laurie, like, I love you, Laurie, essentially. She cuts his fucking head off. Awesome. But let's rewrite it and then cancel that out for Resurrections. Resurrections piece of shit. Same thing with this one, man. Somehow they survived the fucking gunshots. And we start off in the beginning with them getting shot, and then it says like the Devil's Rejects are intensive care and in comas, and each of them were shot over 20 times. It's like, really? They all lived? All of them, really? And then
with no bullet wounds whatsoever.
yeah, dude, they got a couple little fucking tiny scars. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, they got shot 20 times each. They literally say 20 times each because that's a fucking trivia question in my book. So they recover from their wounds. They go to prison. They're on death row. Um, the fucking Sid Haig's character, the way he's written out is that Captain Spaulding is put to death. And then Sherry Moon Zombie, man. Oh, we've talked about her a lot. She's amazing in Corpses. Amazing. Her acting style is perfect in that. But when we kind of delve from that and maybe try to go a little bit more serious or even more over the top, there's a perfect zone for her, and it's not in Three from Hell, man. She plays a character that is losing her mind, for lack of a better term, and she's just insane, but not in a cool way because unfortunately she can't play it off. And we've said this before about making our film. Like, do what you can. Don't fucking write a scene where your characters are talking like Quentin Tarantino characters because we all can't act that well, right? So act within your means, produce within your means, right? So setting Zombie up with this character where she's like imagining cats and shit, it's just goofy, man. Dee Wallace is a prison guard in Sherry Moon's little fucking thing. I forget what the guy's name is, but he's in a lot of Rob Zombie films. He plays like the prison warden. He's in there too. And now we have a new character, Otis Driftwood's brother, the Midnight Wolfman, who is equally as bad, but this is the first time we've heard of him. They hatch a scheme, long story short, where Otis breaks out baby Driftwood, and then her and his brother, they flee to Mexico, and they, try to live their life. But of course they can't, because in the beginning of the film, Otis Driftwood is on like a prison work detail. There's no fucking way that a man on death row, as dangerous as Otis is, multiple murders, cops included, is going to be put on a prison detail where he gets to go outside and work under the supervision of like two fucking deputies. Get the fuck out of here, dude. He kills Danny Trejo, who reprises his role as the bounty hunter from Devil's Rejects. So when Trejo is killed, he has connections with some kind of cartel folks or whatever. And those guys are like, we're gonna avenge Danny Trejo's character, dude. We're gonna track the Devil's Rejects down to Mexico, which they do, and they fight, and they bang, and they meet a little person that helps them out, and it's not the greatest. But that being said, I didn't hate it like I did the first time because I let it grow. I accepted that it was a new film that didn't continue the continuity of parts one and two. Did it need to be made? No, absolutely not. Did I hate it? No. Did I love it? Nah. But I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 because I think it is actually a serviceable once you accept its shortcomings. But gosh damn it, there's a lot of them.
Now I'm gonna have to rewatch it too.
Rewatch it.
I'm
Rewatch it.
curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get to that soon for sure. Are you ready for the Meg 2,
Oh, the
The
Meg
Trench?
2. Sure. All right. Meg 2, The Trench, directed by Mr. Ben Wheatley from 2023. 160 minutes. Tagline, back for seconds. An exploratory dive into the deepest depths of the ocean of a daring research team spirals into chaos when a malevolent mining operation threatens their mission and forces them into a high-stakes battle for survival. Yeah, so first time watch for me. I'd watched the first one. Um, Maybe I'd give this one a rewatch, man. This is like the year of rewatches for me, where like I like them now, which is weird. Because I'll talk about Hellraiser last week, which is a movie that I have shit on my entire horror life, and spoiler alert, I think it's pretty cool now. So I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe I'm just getting soft. I don't know. But the Meg, right? We start 65 million years ago, baby, right? Where like bunch of creatures are killing each other, and then one creature kills a small one, and then a bigger creature kills that one, until we get to the T-Rex, and T-Rex is like the big dog, right? Nope. The Meg comes out of the ocean somehow and eats them. How did the Meg, that's like, how big is it? 50 feet? I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, it's
Fucking
huge.
big. How does it get to the shore and not get stuck? I don't know. Cool scene. I liked it. I wish we had the Meg in prehistoric times versus like cavemen or something, even though they didn't. I know they didn't mix, but you know what I mean. Flash forward 65 million years, and Jason Statham is still, he's a reluctant hero, man. He's an everyman British reluctant hero. And he's with his researcher crew, and they get stranded on the bottom of the Mariana Trench, right? Meanwhile, we have this Chinese like billionaire that has like a aquarium with a little Meg in it, and the Meg can never escape, guys. He's like, no, the Meg can't escape. It escapes immediately as soon as they fucking leaves. Okay, here's my Todd gripe about the Meg's aquarium. Why is there a giant fucking hole that filters in seawater that is even remotely close to being able to let the fucking shark out? It should be 100 smaller ones instead of one big one that's the perfect size of the shark. You're asking for trouble, people. But like, come on, give me a fucking break, dude.
It's a contingency plan.
I
They need to
guess.
like flush them
Jesus.
out, I guess.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So when they go down to the trench, right, they see like this group that's like illegally mining stuff and they set off an explosion, which leaves the Jason Statham. That's his daughter, right? That snuck onto
Adopted. Yeah,
the
so
adopted daughter.
like yeah, so because I just rewatched the first one, he like falls in love with her mom in the first
Mm,
one, and she like kind of grows attached to him, and through contract negotiations, the mom didn't want to appear in part two, so they killed her off like
Jesus
really out of
Christ.
no for no reason. So now I guess he's like the adopted dad to the daughter. So yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so she snuck onto this super secret research vessel somehow. What if she just fucking died, dude? They didn't find her body for like 6 months because she locked herself in like a apartment or something. Anyway, they go down there, they get stranded. Now we're on a mission and an adventure with Jason Statham and the crew to get out of there, get back to land. But granted, they're on the furthest depths of the fucking planet. There's a lot of hostility down there. Um, there's pressure, there's water, there's sharks, there's dudes with mining equipment. And then once they get out of there, dude, the sharks are released, and now we get the bread and butter because we go to Happy Island or whatever it's called, and we start hanging out there. Steven, why? Why, Steven? I, I, this movie is so fucking stupid, man. It's like it's it's the epitome of shut off your brain and just shut your mouth because if you even think about anything making sense in this movie, you're not going to be happy. My biggest one is where they're on the bottom of the trench and he swims out. He swims out, Steve, with zero protective anything on. Doesn't matter. That's physically impossible. And they're like, it's as long as he doesn't breathe. He's no, bitch. You know how much pressure is down there? We just saw the Titanic submersible implode like a year ago, and he is free swimming, free diving the Mariana Trench. Shut up. But that's the type of movie we're getting into. I hated it because it was dumb, but I still had fun watching it. Steve.
Yeah, so I picked this not surprisingly, and the reason I picked it is I actually enjoyed it in theaters when I saw it, and then I bought the 4K when it came out, and now I'm like, and I saw that because I wanted to pick something that I didn't want Joe to feel bad about missing. I didn't want to pick something that the three of us should be on. And I looked at Todd's letterbox, and then I knew it was also Shark Week coming up, so I wanted to pick a shark movie. And I'm like, shit, he hated the Meg, but I think he might enjoy the Meg 2 more because of Fun Island and just how ridiculous it gets. So I decided I'll at least, give it a shot and see if he likes it. As for me, I mean, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, obviously. But when the sharks and slash the octopus, because there's a giant octopus in this as well, are on screen, I love the shit out of this movie. I think it's so much fun. The stuff that they do with the sharks is really unique and cool and very unbelievable, like Todd said. But I don't care. It's Jason Statham. I just buy it because it's him. Yeah, his nose is fucking bleeding from the pressure and everything like that, even though he should be crushed like a fucking can in a nanosecond. But who cares? It's movie magic. And yeah, I just had a ton of fun. I really like the kind of uncle to the little girl. He's like hilarious, and he's like a like kind of a badass in his own way. He's also apparently trained the one of the Megs that he called Heike, which is the one that was in the facility that he had captured. And the movie's ridiculous. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I will say I didn't love the human, like, kind of terrorist aspect of it. I felt it was unneeded. I mean, you're fighting super sharks. I don't need to have humans involved in all that shit. It could just be Jason Statham going after the shark, just like in the first one, you know? And you bring in Fun Island maybe a little bit earlier and then just have the mayhem. But I was in for it, you know? I really liked this installment.
Yeah, so for like an hour, we don't get a lot of shark action, which is
No,
unfortunate because it's called fucking Meg 2.
right.
Um, but like everything before that, I didn't like until they got to Fun Island. That's when the movie, like, I'm like, can we have this movie instead? Like, this would have been awesome. Like a bunch of rich people on an island, they're water skiing, they're swimming. I laughed out loud when someone's on a paddle boat and they see the shark and
Yeah.
they try pedaling faster. So fucking funny. There's so much stuff like that that they could have done that would have been amazing, dude. Like, I agree. Get rid of all the terrorist shit. Like, don't have the subplot where they go down to the trench. Just have sharks come out and they have to, like, maybe there's 10 sharks, I don't know, but they each have an adventure to like hunt down one of them, and one of them has to be on Fun Island, which is super fucking fun, dude. Um, and then the fucking Jaws 2 reference is fun. The black dude with his emergency supplies that has a bunch of condoms in it is hilarious. I liked him a lot. And yeah, man, did Jason Statham ever water ski off of shark in any of these movies?
No, I think this is the first time
Fuck.
that he literally jumps the shark.
I love it.
Yeah, it's I don't mind when they go to Marianas Trench because I find the sharks terrifying in that scene because they have these kind of like red lights attached to the base that's down there. So when the sharks are attacking in that scene, they have this like red glow that just gives them a really like freaky look.
Yeah, it's cool.
So I liked that whole scene. But like I said, I don't like the stuff with the terrorists. I thought it was completely unneeded, you know. So I would have cut all that shit out. I also love how the movie. So he's basically he's a guy who like dives to like low in the ocean, stuff like that. But the movie starts other than the fucking T-Rex stuff, which is amazing and hilarious. The movie starts as Jason Statham being basically James Bond. Like
Oh yeah, I
he's
forgot
like
about that.
infiltrating a ship, and the whole idea is like stealing some kind of like chip that has information because they're polluting or something
Yeah,
like that. He's
he's
like,
like a anti-eco terrorist
right.
operative or something.
Exactly, which is so random and it's so over the top. Like he jumps into the water and a fucking plane scoops him up
Oh
like a
God.
shark. It's like they actually made the front of the plane painted like a shark and it opens a hatch and like scoops him out of the water.
That's gotta be so risky.
Yeah, but they even like kind of make fun of that, right? The guy who's flying and he's like, "Man, this was a bad idea," and then Jason Statham's like, "Damn, this might have been a bad idea."
Yeah.
And
I think he
I
would be fucking plastered inside
oh, for sure, like.
that plane, dude.
But I mean, hey, he can survive
That's
25,000
true.
feet under the water.
Is he the Deep from
That's-
Boys, man?
maybe, yeah. Anyway, it's like so stupid that I'm into it, you know, because and it fucking knows how stupid it is, and they make fun of it often, you know, in the movie, just how like ridiculous these situations are, and I like it when they embrace it that way. So yeah, I was in for this one.
I also loved it when the blonde girl, she's a traitor, and she gets eaten. That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really funny when Montez, the boyfriend, was crying on the phone. Like you see his tears coming down. Like, you're a bad guy, dude. You're not allowed to cry over over your
Yeah,
missing girl.
she almost has a fucking Sam Jackson death. Like she's like
Yeah.
standing by the window and like I'm in a fortress that's unpenetrable, and then boom, the shark just
Shark.
fucking plows through the window and like eats her. And yeah, that was a fucking cool scene.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't love the stuff on the island with like the little creatures, the little like
Yeah, the little dinosaur
raptors
type
kind of
creature.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember where they came from. They came from the trench too or something? How do
yeah.
they
We
survive?
saw. Well, they're both underwater and on
Hmm.
land because she makes the comment like, "Oh my God, those fuckers can be can be outside too." Like, you know, she was surprised that they could be on land because it's the same creatures that attack in the trench at the beginning,
Hmm.
where yeah, they're kind of going after it. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did like the scene where the girl's fucking head implodes in her helmet. I don't know if
Oh,
you're.
that was sick, dude.
Yeah, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that was fucked up. But see, that's one thing. One of my complaints about the sequel is that in the first one they would have made that gory. Like they would have shown blood. They would have shown her. Whereas this one, it implodes, but you don't really see like the. You see the result, but not the like the head all fucked up or anything like that.
Yeah. That was
And
an
they,
excellent scene.
yeah. So that's why I like the trench stuff. Like it gives a reason for the trench to open up for the sharks to come out. But like I said, it should have been just a rescue mission, not the whole like terrorist thing, or end the terrorist thing there. You know, like you don't
Yeah.
bring it into the
They
rest
get
of the
all
movie.
get eaten, and then now the sharks are out.
Yeah, exactly.
But like her head explodes, but Jason Statham's fine.
Totally fine. Yep.
Totally
Yeah.
fine.
And she's
So,
inside. It's just like yeah,
which is
yeah.
such a effective scene, man, because they're like racing to get inside, and her suit's are gonna implode or something like it's like got a countdown or something, and they
Mhm.
get in there to decompress, and then she dies anyway, which is really effective. That was cool.
Yeah. So there's this weird scene that I caught where, so in the first one, he makes a joke. It's like a recurring joke that he has with the mother of the kid that he's like falling for, where he says, would you have missed me if I died? And he says just a little bit, like he makes the two little fingers like a little
Mhm.
bit, and he does the same joke to her uncle, and then they like share a nod and laugh. Why would he know that? Like that was a total like sweet moment between those two. You think did his sister be like, okay, I gotta tell you this fucking
Oh
story?
my God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
This guy is so fucking cute. He does
right?
this little bit gesture to me.
Yeah, so I thought that was like one of those stupid Easter eggs that was
It
completely
doesn't make
unneeded.
sense.
Honestly, I think that character was probably that girl from the first movie that
Oh, the dude?
they just like made him a dude like the uncle because they couldn't sign her for the second one, so they just killed her off and
Did a bromance?
gave him the same role. Yeah, basically, that's what I think ended up happening. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I was even thinking as I was watching it, and I'd seen it before, where I'm like, man, because I gave it originally, I won't say what I give it yet, but I gave 3.5 stars coming out of the theater with it. And I was thinking, man, I don't know if I can justify a 3.5 stars with this one because it's cool, but it's not great. And then those two sweet words come on the screen, Fun Island. And that's where the movie really fucking shines. It's the last
Yeah.
half hour of the movie. It starts off with the sharks just attacking all the people that are like at this. It's kind of like a giant lake with people in like tubes and doing all sorts of water activities. And the shark just fucking munches. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're a kid, if you're old, if you're like they don't care. They just eat whatever the fuck is in their path. And you even see a shot from inside the shark's mouth as it's eating people that are on like those fucking tubes and shit. I was like, damn, it's not fucking around.
No. And I would have loved it was if it's blood drenched too. That'd been sick.
Yeah, see, yeah,
So
again,
much fun.
yeah, it really should have gone that way.
Like he eats that dude just proposed to his girlfriend and she dies. Like it's just there's a lot of like little like I bet you they had the writers room. We're like, all right, we're gonna have this fun island. Pitch some fucking funny deaths.
Right.
And everyone was just like boom, 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 and they all ended up in the movie, like that Key and Peele skit.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I wrote this down, but I don't remember. There's a lot of buildup for the Chinese dude's bomb, and it just sucked.
Chinese dudes. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because so they go into like a like the place I guess where they put chlorine in the pool and stuff like that, and they have all these chemicals in this
Oh,
like
okay.
building, and he grabs this giant box of I think it's chlorine or some kind of chemical where they're gonna make a huge bomb, but it doesn't really do much. Like he does attach, he kills the squid with it, but
Oh, the
like
squid. We didn't like mention. Oh,
oh
you did.
yeah, a fucking giant squid comes
Why?
out
Where'd the
of
squid come
nowhere.
from? The
Well,
trench?
the whole idea is the trench is going to be full of like mythological
Critters and shit.
creatures because the next movie in the series, I pulled it up here, is going to be called Primal Waters,
Uh,
where a bunch of other creatures start coming out of the trench and start attacking. It's basically going to be Godzilla.
you know the
Uh,
shark's gonna be the friend of the humans.
yeah, yeah,
Come
exactly.
on, man.
It's
That's
going to
the
be Godzilla. It's going to be exactly like Godzilla King of Monsters. Where Godzilla is the bad guy in the first one, but he's kind of the good guy in the second one, when all
Mhm.
the other monsters start attacking and like, yeah. And then we'll have, basically it'll be the shark against some other creature. It'll be Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah. It's
You
basically
know
the same
the
movie.
you know the shark that he has a little clicker device for to train him.
Yeah.
I'm not dude that no man. get the fuck out of the water with that. Like
Right?
it is that it's pretty effective because it's like swimming at him and he's clicking his bleeper to train the. How do you train the shark to begin with? Like,
Yeah,
was it
since
a
a
fucking
baby,
baby?
right? Yeah.
Okay, it was a baby.
Yeah, it was a so in the
Like
first
it was like
movie.
2 feet long, baby, or
Yeah,
was that
yeah. In the first
okay?
movie, you see that it has like the megalodon has babies.
Oh,
So
all right.
yeah,
How
they
did
took one
how'd the
one over.
megalodon from where? He got fucked by another shark?
Well, there's a ton of
All
sharks in
right,
the
that's you're right,
in the
you're right.
trench, right? So, one thing I did love though was the Sharktopus battle. You know, we just watched Sharktopus on.
You love it.
Yeah, man, that shark slash octopus fight was fucking awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and the CGI like worked for me. You know, it didn't like obviously it's CGI. You know, that's not
It
something you
wasn't
can
real?
really do practical. But never did I think, oh man, this looks terrible. You know, I think they really put a lot of budget into the creatures, and that fight in particular looked really fucking cool.
How cool would it be though if they had a squid fighting like a rubber shark
Oh
and they
yeah,
just filmed that?
like the old Godzilla movies. You know,
Yeah.
like, just like a guy in a suit. Yeah.
Speaking of Godzilla, man, that fucking -1 I just watched was amazing. I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
that for next week. Gosh, that was good.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, it was my favorite movie that year. So
yeah. So, my last note and probably the stupidest thing is actually probably I don't know if this is stupid as
is it
him
The
free.
Kill?
Yes, him free driving the fucking trench, but he impales this shark. All right. But the shark weighs, and I quote them, 66,000 to 150,000 pounds. Jason weighs maybe 205 pounds. He's fucking dead. He is squished. He's not even a blip on this shark's radar, dude. That's like a toothpick in his fucking mouth. And he kills him. I'm like, oh my God.
This is Jason Statham we're talking about, okay?
I'm gonna
This
be
is a
the
man who
shark.
survived 25,000 feet under the ocean without like so much having like any issues.
Nothing. A fucking slight headache probably, and he's fine.
No, he's a soup. Like he's
Yeah,
secretly a soup,
seriously.
you know? Like it's fucking wild. Yeah, that was ridiculous, but it was funny too at the same time. Like I enjoyed that. It's so over the top, obviously.
Yeah.
First of all, just holding that fucking helicopter blade, there's no fucking way.
No way.
Like it's massive when you see him like holding it, and yeah, it would not have impaled that fucking shark whatsoever. It would have
How
been mildly
much?
inconvenient at best. Yeah.
How much does one helicopter blade
Way.
weigh? Let's see here. Um, 750 pounds.
No
There's
problem for
no
Jason
fucking
Statham.
way, dude. I think
Yeah.
NFL guys are like deadlifting 500, and that's like amazing.
Right. And
But
yeah.
Jason is not. Oh my word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Anything else? Fun Island was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything on Fun Island was
Yeah.
just a total blast. I mean, it goes on a long time too.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a lot of stuff going on in that island, and I love how he like just dispatches the bad guy. He just fucking kicks him into the shark who like
Yeah.
eats him, and like yeah. And the whole jet. I love the jet ski scene. It's like pretty lengthy. And it's so badass. The way that the shark comes off from like under him and stuff like that, and like lifts him up, and then he kicks it out. Oh, it's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
This movie did pretty well.
yeah, both of them did.
100 and expensive ass movie. 130 million budget. 397 worldwide. So it did pretty well. That's so expensive though. But all the CGI though.
Yeah, and it looked good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
they definitely and Jason Statham. That's probably a
That's
30
true. I
mil right
wonder what his
there.
fee is.
He's got to be like probably like 10. I'd
10
say
million, you think?
10 to 15.
I
Yeah,
wonder if that's like public knowledge.
he usually is. Yeah,
Statham's fee for Meg 2. Uh, my word. What'd you say it was?
I think 10 to 15.
This motherfucker made $20 million
Oh, really?
off the
Damn.
Meg 2.
I mean, look, they're
Hell
both
yeah, dude.
box office hits. Like, good for
Yeah.
him. You know, like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
great for him.
Yeah.
That is insane. $20 million, dude. Just to be himself. Like that character that he does. Hats off to him, man. Good
Yep.
shit.
Absolutely. That's why
Wow.
he keeps making these bangers after bangers.
Shit, I would too.
Yeah, no, and I watch them all. Like I watched Beekeeper, I watched Working Man last year. I like,
The mechanic,
yeah, he's just like different job every year, and yeah, yeah. But the Meg,
gardener,
like,
the gardener.
yeah, the Meg just fucking kills. Like both of them made a ton of money. So
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're fun, right?
yeah,
And
there's a
and
place for this in the
yeah.
world.
Although I didn't like the movie as I would like a Robocop. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
there's different levels of like which we discuss.
Yeah.
I like this movie for it being just fucking dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Is it a great movie? No, but was it
No.
a fun movie? Absolutely. So I'll start us off then. Um, and yeah, you know what? It's a solid 2.5 out of 5. All of it because Fun Island was really dope. And when the sharks were doing their thing, tons of fun. So 2.5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, so originally I had a 3.5 out of 5 after seeing it in theater, and I actually maintained that. I had so much fun watching this movie. It's the same score I give the first movie.
Nice.
There's a place for this, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, 3.5. It's an enjoyable film.
All right, and our friends on Letterboxd, they have it at a 2.5 as well, so equal with mine. But overall, the entire community of Letterboxd has it as a at a 2.0, so a little bit weaker than mine.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised actually.
Yeah,
But
it's
people will go see it. I'll bet you they'll go see the Meg 3 as well. It's just
yeah. I bet you we can predict the entire film,
oh yeah,
almost down to the scene by scene.
I was just curious what creatures are going to come from there that we haven't seen. We've already seen the big octopus. We've already seen the
Cthulhu,
sharks.
right? Or is that the same thing as octopus?
Yeah, it's kind of yeah,
Oh, same thing.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, what would live? Saltwater creature,
yeah,
saltwater crocodile, dude. Let's go.
yeah. Right? Why not? Right? Like what
Fuck
else is
it.
down? Yeah, that'd be so fucking awesome.
I want to see a maybe we have and I just don't remember, but I want to see like a submarine versus
A shark?
one of the sharks. Yeah.
Yeah, Megalodon, the movie. It's
First
actually
one.
Michael Madsen who
Oh, rest in peace.
yeah, I actually yeah, I talked about it like 2 weeks before he died on the
Uh,
podcast. It's not a good movie, but it's basically a submarine against a megalodon. And Michael Madsen, as bad as that movie is, has a really badass, unbelievable scene in that movie. So yeah,
dude, the
rest in
Meg
peace for that.
2 Meg 2 poster, at least on Letterbox, is really fucking good. It's just Jason Statham running away from the shark
Right.
on the jet ski. That is super scary, man.
Yeah, no, I love it.
All right. What we got next week?
So next week it's actually your pick.
Oh,
I'm going for a little classic. So what did you pick for us?
yeah, so we're doing Return of the Living Dead from 1985, and the reason being I was gonna watch it on Return of the Living Dead Day, which is, July 4th weekend, but I'm like, you know what, we should discuss this. And I love the film, and every time I watch it, I enjoy it a little bit more. So let's see if that's the same case. So Return of the Living Dead, streaming, I'm not entirely sure,
Yeah,
honestly.
you should own it. Is
Yeah, you
basically what
should
we're
have
saying.
definitely on this one. There's so many versions of this movie out.
Yeah, I definitely own it. It's one I watch every year around Halloween. So
Nice.
yeah, I actually had a tradition going. It's on Tubi in Canada anyway.
Oh, is it? Yeah, nothing in the US, but dude, you gotta fucking own this movie.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a tradition for me where I used to build my Spooky Town village while
Nice.
watching Return of the Living Dead. I made the unfortunate decision this year to sell my Spooky Town
Oh, you
village.
did? I didn't know that.
It's too fucking big, and I just don't have the
Uh,
room for it. The cats fuck with it.
that's true.
It takes so much room, and it takes an entire fucking closet because there's so many. So I'm just like, you know
That's
what?
a bummer, dude. I
It's
always like
fine.
seeing that when set up.
Yeah,
Bummer.
it is what it is. But anyway, point being that yeah, it was my tradition to watch it with that, so I watch it pretty much every year. So I'm looking forward to watching it again. And
Dude,
one day I will. It's been on my list forever. I do want to do Return of the Living Dead Part 3. I think 2. I was never a big fan of.
I rewatched it again, man. It's the year of the rewatches, and
Yeah,
I liked it.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to hate
yeah.
it too, but then I let it grow, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool.
But 3 had a scene that freaked me out so much as a kid that
Which
yeah,
one?
it's the beginning. It's when they like sneak into the
Oh
facility
yeah,
and they see like that
he's
fucking
like really skinny.
yeah, really skinny. He's
Yeah,
got like shit in his mouth. He's got red eyes. It's yeah, that scene scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. So because of that, I want to
yeah,
get
that's a
back
good
to it.
movie.
One day we'll get
Can't
to it.
say can't say that about 4 or 5, and the new ones
Oh my God, yeah,
look pretty shaky there.
aren't they making a new one?
They're
Yeah,
making a new one,
we
and
saw
then
a
they
trailer
have
for it and stuff.
yeah the new one, and then they have the one Linnea Quigley's crowdfunding,
Oh,
Punishing
that's right.
Revenge,
Yeah.
which is bringing back deceased characters, which I'm not a fan of. So.
Oh man. What is? Yeah, I don't like this new trend. They're doing it for Fast and the Furious as well. They're bringing back
Why?
fucking Paul Walker again. I don't know. Like, just let it go.
It's not gonna look good.
No, it's not. It's not
It's
gonna
not to
look
the
good.
level where you're like, oh, cool.
And
It's
they had a kind of they'd done it before already, and they had a perfect send off where he just drives
oh,
away. Don't fuck it up.
well,
Leave it be.
they're
Anyway.
going to.
Yep.
Which I mean, I don't watch those movies anyway, but it's like
Right? I just don't
we're
love
just
knowing
talking it.
it. Yeah.
I don't like knowing it exists.
Right.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. No, just a regular spiel. Follow us on all social medias. We're on everything, basically, the Horror Squad podcast. Buy some shirts. We actually have and hats. We have hats now. I'm gonna have to buy one of them. So on
Trucker hats?
tpublic.com/the Horror Squad podcast. Yeah, trucker hats and dad hats. I didn't know that's what they were called.
The
That's
ones
the
that don't
hats
look
with
cool.
the yeah, it's the one that has it's like just like the same fabric in
Like
like
adjustable
a
strap.
line. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know why that's the thing. I wish I had fitted caps, but anyway, maybe one day. Um, yeah, and we have an event in October. Don't forget. It's just a bunch of Halloween. There's a lot of we're in discussion now, like finalizing a lot of stuff, and it's going to be an exciting weekend. So definitely check that out. It's just a bunch of Halloween.com. Yeah, I think there's other stuff Joe says, but without Joe, it's just not the
yeah.
same.
He's got it
Yeah,
locked in. We'll
you guys
just,
know. Just listen to an old episode.
yeah.
He's got the whole spiel down. All right.
Sure.
So, Return of the Living Dead next
Yep.
week. Bye.
See ya.